Nice that you looking at. Guilty as Sin. Don't forget to subscribe. Guilty as Sin is a song by the American singer-songwriter Taylor Swift from her 11th studio album, The Tortured Poets Department, 2024. She wrote and produced the song with Jack Antonoff. It is a 1990s tinged pop rock and soft rock track combining rock, country, and folk styles, accentuated by guitars and live drums. The lyrics see Swift's character sexually fantasizing about a man while being in a relationship. In reviews of The Tortured Poets Department, the song received highly positive reviews, with critics generally praising the lyrics, production, and vocals of Guilty as Sin, with some picking it as an album highlight. The track peaked at number 11 on the Billboard Global 200 and charted within the top 10 in Australia, Singapore, and the United States, and the top 20 in several other countries. Swift started working on The Tortured Poets Department immediately after she submitted her 10th studio album, Midnights, to Republic Records for release in 2022. She continued working on it in secrecy throughout the US leg of the Eras Tour in 2023. The album's conception took place when Swift's personal life continued to be a widely covered topic in the press. She described The Tortured Poets Department as her lifeline album, which she really needed to make. Republic Records released it on April 19, 2024. Guilty as Sin is 9th on the track list. On May 18, Swift performed the song on guitar at the Stockholm stop of the Eras Tour, and as a mashup with Untouchable on July 4 in Amsterdam. On October 20, Swift performed the song as a mashup with Mirrorball on piano in Miami. Swift wrote and produced Guilty as Sin with Jack Antonoff, who programmed the song and played drums, bass, electric guitar, acoustic guitar, and Juno. The track was recorded by Oli Jacobs and Laura Sisk at Conway Recording Studios in Los Angeles and Electric Lady Studios in New York, while Swift's vocals were recorded by Sisk and Christopher Rowe at Electric Lady Studios in New York and Prime Recording in Nashville. The track's mixing was engineered by Bryce Bordone and conducted by Serban Genia at Mix Star Studios in Virginia Beach. Guilty as Sin is 4 minutes and 14 seconds long. It is a 1990s tinged soft rock and pop rock track combining stylings of rock, country, and folk, accentuated by guitar and live drums. In the chorus, Swift sings using melisma. Lyrically, the song is about desire, where Swift's character, while still in a relationship, longs for intimacy with another man. The relationship in question has her feeling trapped. My boredom's bone deep. This cage was once just fine. Am I allowed to cry? I dream of cracking locks. She questions whether she should be guilty about her sexual thoughts. What if he's written mine on my upper thigh, only in my mind, and rationalizes them, without ever touching his skin? How can I be guilty as sin? The track features extensive religious imagery, with Swift singing, "What if I roll the stone away? They're gonna crucify me anyway," showing that the narrator is aware of others' perception of her. The lyrics, "These fatal fantasies, giving way to labored breath, taking all of me, we've already done it in my head," were interpreted as an allusion to masturbation by journalists including The Guardian's Laura Snapes and the BBC's Claire Thorpe. Mahira Bonner of Cosmopolitan commented that Guilty as Sin is lyrically connected with Swift's 2022 song, Carolina, a track that features the phrase, guilty as sin, to describe sleeping in a liar's bed. Meanwhile, the Tennessean's Brian West compared the theme of infidelity to Gorgeous, a track from Swift's 2017 album Reputation. The song features a reference to the Scottish band The Blue Nile and their 1989 single, the downtown lights, in the lyrics, drowning in the blue Nile. He sent me, downtown lights, I hadn't heard it in a while. This led to an increase of 1,400% in streams of The Downtown Lights within 4 days of the release of the Tortured Poets Department, and increase of vinyl sales for the band's albums. Guilty as Sin received highly positive reviews by music critics. Ken Tucker of NPR appreciated the song for showcasing Swift's vulnerable and weak sides compared to contemporary pop culture's saturation of kick butt, tough, perfect, independent women, and found the track to have a cleverly retrograde image. Reviewing the album for Vanity Fair, Erin Vanderhoff described the song as charming and beguiling, and considered it the album's emotional apex. In a staff review of the album for the spin-off, Alex Casey and Isaiah Torr picked the track as one of their favorites. Similarly, Ross Horton of Music OMH attributed its success to the ambivalent lyrical sentiments, and saying that the track would be a highlight on any of her records. The production and Swift's vocals also received praise. West described the song as a catchy song with elongated, ethereal harmonies. In the Irish Independent, John Mayer complimented the lyrics and Swift's singing for featuring one of the loveliest vocals Swift has ever committed to tape. John Woolmacher from Beats Per Minute said that the track was one of the album's better songs, highlighting the sensual guitar alongside seductive and lush vocals. In The Atlantic, Spencer Kornhaber opined that Guilty as Sin is one of the album's best moments for its perfect combination of live drums, rock, country elements, and Swift's keening voice. Jason Lipschutz of Billboard ranked Guilty as Sin 9th out of the 31 tracks on the double album edition of the Tortured Poets Department, writing, "The real fireworks come from Swift's vocal nuances." Mary Siroki in consequence selected Guilty as Sin as one of the album's essential tracks for showcasing a personality, and Anna Leskiewicz from The New Statesman similarly picked it as one of the album's bright pop tracks that shine through the fog. Lindsay Zoladz of The New York Times appreciated the track for its 1990s soft rock production and Swift's vocals, giving the track 4 stars out of 5. Will Hodgkinson of The Times wrote, "The earnest, thoroughly American delivery mars the eroticism somewhat, but it comes straight from the Fleetwood Mac school of pop rock inspired by disastrous romance." Maria Sherman from the Associated Press gave a negative review, saying that Guilty as Sin is one of the album's missteps for its mawkish lyrics. When the Tortured Poets Department was released, tracks from the album occupied the top 14 of the US Billboard Hot 100, making Swift the first artist to monopolize the top 14. Guilty as Sin opened at its peak of number 10 on the chart. In Australia, the song reached number 10 on the ARIA singles chart and made her the artist with the most entries in a single week with 29. This is the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bye.